friends, so I've got another deck flip through for you guys. This time it's my Tattoo Tarot, the Ink and Intuition deck. This is the front of the box. I absolutely love this box. It's so cool with that gold foiling and all the colours going on there. It's so pretty. I love the box. Pretty simple, not much on the inside, but it does come with a little booklet, which honestly I don't use, but it does have that there if you want it. I personally want a little bit more information than what the book can give you. It's quite basic and tends to be more just sort of keywords, and I need more than keywords, especially learning. Once I get to know them a bit better, maybe just some keywords would be fine and handy. But what I've just noticed is this book is like stitched with like a cotton thread. It's not like stapled. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's good that it comes with the book, but I do have a bigger book that I do reference if I don't know, but it's got some good sort of basic information if I think if you're a little more advanced. I think simpler books like these are a little more handy. But so the deck is at a glance on the back pretty traditional, which goes well with the theme of it. It's very sort of traditional tattoo styling. So I like that. I like that in this deck. It's nothing too fancy. It's nothing that I look at and go, wow, that's really beautiful, but it works well with the theme. And they just look like pretty standard kind of playing cards as well, which I quite like. There's a little bit of gloss to it, not too much. The corners are rounded, which I like on this as well, and yeah, they sort of spread out quite nicely. They shuffle really easily. They're quite thick. I mean, this is a standard tarot deck, so they're a slight thicker card than, say, a regular playing card, and I do find it a little hard to pick up and shuffle, but they're beautiful cards, and I absolutely love the imagery. I love old school sort of traditional tattoo style, and that's why I was drawn to this, because you can see it's very old school tattoo styling, and even the colors as well. It's just really cool, man. Like really cool. The only thing I would say that isn't one flaw in this is if you're not familiar with tarot and what all the cards and the imagery on the cards mean, you might struggle a bit to know what the Eight of Coins means. Like, you might struggle to figure out that story from this imagery. So that's where I have found a book with some more traditional imagery, like the Waite imagery, for example, I find very easy to read, and there are elements of the Waite imagery within these, but a lot of the time it's I can't get from this image what I can get from the Waite one. So that's the only issue I have with this card, but aesthetically it's just gorgeous. Particularly the major arcana they're so beautiful. The minor ones are pretty ordinary. Beautiful, again, the artist's interpretation is beautiful, but I particularly like the major arcana, because look at her, she's wicked. So yeah, I love this deck. I really enjoy pulling and using this deck, even though I might not necessarily find the imagery as easy to read, although I find the major arcana is pretty much a dead-on replication, but the minor ones are harder for me to read and understand. So yeah, I love it. It's just, look at it. It's so cool. I want to be covered in tattoos and pouring inspiration into everyone like the star. So yeah, I love this. I absolutely love this. I managed to get this quite cheap. I only ended up paying postage for this because someone I follow on Instagram, I follow, it's a store, I believe, but she had this deck for herself personally and just wasn't vibing with it, and was offering it to one of her followers if they wanted to take it, just to, and all we had to do was all I had to do was cover postage, and she'd only used it once or twice. So I was really lucky. I mean, this isn't an expensive deck at all. I think at most I've seen it for about $30, but Yeah, I wasn't planning on buying this when I bought it, even though I had it, like, I'd eyed it off and it was on my wish list. But then the person I follow was like, I don't vibe with this. If anyone wants it, just pay postage and it's yours. So it was meant to be. I was meant to follow that woman, and I was meant to, look, I was meant to own this deck. It's just, yeah, Leo likes it too. It's just fantastic. So I love this deck. I love the imagery. I love the colors in it. It's just such a wickedly, like, styled deck, and I have connected with it very, 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 very well. This was my second tarot deck, but it was the first one that I properly connected with, and I'm really happy that I have this, because I can see myself using this and vibing with this for a long time. And I'm getting better. I'm learning the decks, the cards, the minor arcana. I am learning, but again, I do struggle a bit with this imagery because there just really isn't much within the minor arcana imagery to help me sort of recall and learn based off of the imagery. But aesthetically, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you're if you love, like, tattoo styling, like old school traditional tattoo styling, you'll absolutely love this deck. It's just stunning. So yeah, there we go. That's my Intuition deck. I love her, and yeah, I hope you guys love her too. If you have this deck, let me know. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, so I can see you in my next one. Bye guys. Leo.